top tip, if you don't already know this, raw bolts, assemble them through the bracket and everything, because you don't actually need to, you could put the receiver in the wall, but you don't need to. You could assemble it, you know, wind it almost all the way in and then tap them in, and then once you tighten them, they'll expand in the wall. It's just a quicker way, I found, and foolproof, rather than sometimes, I remember when I was an apprentice, you drill the holes and put the receivers in, and then you try and line it up, and you might just be a little bit out. Whereas now, because all the bolts are loose and the receivers, you can place them in, even if they're a tiny little bit off center, you can place them all in and then tap them all the way in, and then get your drill and tighten them, and it'll go rock solid. I don't know how well this is going to go on top of the roof, but there you go. So I've just got all four, and I pushed them through into the wall like that. See there? And not everything has to be impact. And then you've got it up against the wall now, and then it'll just tighten up. And it just expands on the wall. It's so much, I find it so much easier when I'm mounting boards or things like this, big bowls or other big GRP boxes. Do this. It's a little bit of faff to like line up, especially if it's a big GRP box, but the smaller stuff, it is, I think it's so much easier than putting the receivers in and lining it up, and you might cross thread it if you've just misdrilled it. So yeah, top tip. And again, I don't care, you may already know it, that's cool, it's cool, but there are a lot of people who don't, so chill out. Little trick I use for wall bolts: wind the bolt almost all the way in, and then push it into the holes, and then just tighten it up and it'll expand, rather than sitting the base in the wall and then trying to fiddle with the bolt and trying to get it to line up into the hole. I just find it an easier way of doing it. Wind the nut on, all four, like that, and do it that way. I'm going nowhere now.